Hey everyone, Susie here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have to talk about the Shard Summoning event. Let's take a look at the calendar and talk about how to prepare and how much do you really need to do. Alright, so on Monday, we start next reset, we start the Shard Summon event. Now, if you come from other games, cough, Raid, Shadow Legends, cough, you might be like, oh god, a fusion, those are time consuming, those are difficult, I have to make sure I don't miss anything. And it's for those people that I like to make this video because Moonton is very generous and wonderful with their fusions, typically. Okay, it looks pretty solid again. All right. But they do it in a funny way. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. They give you plenty of extra. And not only is the amount they show you on these calendars a possibility, but on top of those, all of the Oracle trials you can win, like, what is it, 3, 7, then 10? I can't remember the third place one. 5, 7, then 10, depending on the leaderboard placements, which very often I just like pick the ones I really like and go a little crazy. Oh wow, Arrival of Heroes, Awakening of Heroes, Arrival of Heroes. What? That's a weird Shard Summon calendar. Holy shiitake mushrooms. This one, so this goes for almost a month. This is going from July 14th to August 10th, the whole time. This is extra long. 1, 2, 3, 4 summoning events within the same event. So they're really making sure people can get it. But holy cow. So normally, there's a lot of Oracle trials for like the normal stuff, you know, doing the gear raids and AMR, the stuff that's pretty easy to get lots of points. But it looks like they're going to make sure you can only get your leaderboard bonuses from the stuff that's more related to earning heroes, which don't worry guys, it's fine. So what I mean by that is you only need 200 of this currency in order to fuse the hero, but they give you 290 fragments to earn just from the standard events. These are just the normal like rewards in the tier, not the leaderboard ones. So on top of the leaderboard stuff that is possible, you can very easily get this as a fusion. Now, does this mean you can get enough to get 2 of the character? No, it does not. But yeah, I just wanted to take that first moment to make sure that any newer players or people used to other games understand that you can skip stuff. So exactly what can you skip? How much can you skip? That's really, luckily, pretty easy to calculate. So if you could do all of the green stuff, so that does mean summoning during the spiritual altars as well. You can ignore all of the red stuff. Now, you're not going to do that because let's say everyone's going to summon this weekend. We're going to get that 15 points at spiritual altar. We're going to get that Arrival of Heroes 20 points, and you're going to level up those heroes for Awakening of Heroes 30 points. Okay, so definitely 30 points there, right? So that's fine. I mean, you're going to do that. Awakening of Heroes over in 2 weeks from now, very easy to get the base rewards just by doing basic champion training type stuff. So that's going to be super easy too. That's 40 points. So that only leaves us with this extra questionable. Wait, no, it's not questionable because, ooh, wait, is it? No, we're going to do spiritual altar here. Okay. There's this time in between, which maybe we won't be summoning, depending on what we need, right? Because this weekend, the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, this is in between the 2 limited events. So you might summon for the limited, take a break, summon for the limited, right? By the way, they did Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday for their dates, so don't listen to them. Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday. It's fine. Anyway, oh my god, what is that? Okay, someone's got to update their template. But sorry, that distracted me. I apologize. I didn't mean to. I digress. you don't need to do everything either way. Like if we skip all summoning in the in-between week, right? That means we don't get any of the Arrival of Heroes. That's only missing 20 total points. That's it. You're gonna summon on the limited event. In the limited event, you're gonna get all those points. And so then what? The very final week of 20 more points? So, okay, maybe these two set of 40 points out of the possible 290 you're not gonna get. So that leaves you with 250. So if you do everything, you still have 50 points you can skip. So for me, that will probably be Duel of Champions, Duel of Champions, and Duel of Champions. I don't normally do the arena ones. I do like 2 arena battles a day, unless I feel like pushing a little bit, or I try to get into Platinum 3. That's about it. So it may or may not time out with those personally. But that just shows you can literally skip 2 out of the 4 weekends of summoning. And then summoning during the most important times of the limiteds. And you can still have more than enough extra of the fragments left to get the hero. It's just a very good system. Now, the smart, let's talk about energy and being efficient. So if you want to be smart, just pay attention to the Fusion calendar. I will add this to my Discord server under that like Fusion fragment, whatever it is, channel. They call them shard summon events in this game. But we're talking Brave Conquest. So I should say, normally we'd be talking super energy efficiency. But you know what? We're not talking about that at all. Because the Fusion is so long and there's so many more points with the regular events, and there's less of the little gear raid type events, we can't double dip. The only thing you can double dip with is Awakening of Heroes and a Corridor of Glory type thing, but they actually space them out opposite. There is no concern for double dipping this time around. Wow. So as soon as Spiritual Altar starts, so on Thursday, not Wednesday, if people summon, although you should wait for Friday so you pity manipulate. So if we do our summons on Friday, there's a Spiritual Altar, there's Arrival of Heroes, you're gonna get both. Same thing here. When the event comes for the 1st of August, Spiritual Altar, Awakening of Heroes, you're gonna get both. Everything else you can't double dip with. The only thing is to just be smart when it comes to doing your Brave Conquest and getting a bunch of gear is trying not to take a bunch of it to 16. Maybe you just take a bunch to 12 and then take a bunch to 16 when you get to the Tales of the Smith. So you can see the Tales of the Smith does pop in between 2 Brave Conquests. So this is probably the only thing to really pay close attention to regarding being efficient and not wasting your resources, like wasting gold, wasting energy, whatever, because you realize you need to level up more gear, level up more whatever. Just pay attention to this. I try not to take stuff to 16 when it's not a Tales of the Smith personally. And I'll try to do that here because I actually ran out of gold finally. I got really careless and I was just taking everything straight to 16, straight to 16, straight to 16. Even stuff that looked kind of bad just to do the events fast. But when you're doing that with a bunch of crap gear and you don't really say, like, you don't save as much, it's not very smart. You should take a bunch of stuff to at least 12 and then sell what's bad. 12, sell what's bad. And then when they roll purple or yellow or red, you take them to 16 as well. So try to be a little bit efficient there. Don't do what I did and finally actually run out of gold, which is crazy. I never thought I'd run out of gold again as a later game player, but I have been playing very lightly, so that could be why too. But yeah, that's it, guys. Just a simple conversation for especially the new players, or especially the players that come from Raid Shadow Legends. It's just a friendly reminder that this game is not Raid Shadow Legends. When there is a fusion, it does not need to consume your life. You just do the basic stuff that you'd normally be doing anyway. Brave Conquest, Tales of the Smith, Duel of Champions, Corridors of Glory, and never worry about, this is a final note. Friendly reminder, I guess, for this. Do not worry about the bottom row. Just ignore it. Pretend they never added it. It used to only be to 10,000 to get all of these rewards, right? And then to double that, no. You only get one more plus 100 diamonds and a couple... What? No. Absolutely not worth getting one more skill crystal to double the effort put into this event. Absolutely not worth it. Just make sure You save your fodder as much as possible, which is why I save all of these guys in my backup storage here. So when I need to do a Corridor of Glory event and I run out of characters to crunch, I'm pulling them from here. So there's a couple more tips for overall event efficiency, especially when there's a fusion or shard summon event. And that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you guys had a lovely weekend, and I will see you in the next video.